3 weeks post-surgery from a torn patella tendon. I'm not allowed to run or jog or jump for 3 months, so getting my cardio in is impossible. The only thing I'm allowed to go on is the bike. However, I can't go long on the bike before my knees get sore. I want to maintain my fitness and was wondering if in my case getting a mask would be worthwhile.
Okay, here we go. What's his name?
Sid.
Sid. This is going to be a big one for me. Okay, everyone listen up. Jay, get ready for this one, right?
I'll come back in 10 minutes.
Altitude
Go and
mask.
get a coffee and come back.
Altitude mask. Here's what I think about it. Number one, you've got a patella injury, right? And you're saying that you're on the bike. The bike's probably one of the worst pieces of equipment you can use. The reason why is, number one, you're never in hip extension whatsoever, so you're never really developing that hip extension. I don't like the bike whatsoever, so that's a terrible piece of equipment for you, especially with patella tendinopathy. I wouldn't be using it. That's the first thing. Number two, oxygen masks. These altitude masks. Let's bring it back one step, right? What these big companies do that have a lot of money is they hire or they give sponsorships out to these big time athletes. So we're talking about that boxer. Who's that boxer? That heavyweight boxer?
I don't know.
Joshua. Who's the heavyweight boxer? Anyway, he's some big dude, massive, gone for the heavyweight title. And I know for a fact that these altitude masks, they gave him a sponsorship, so they paid him a shitload of money to wear it, right? This is what I've never understood about the industry. I don't think I'll ever understand the industry. Is what they do. What these companies do is, and like a perfect example would be an altitude mask or one of those stupid wristbands that's supposed to improve your strength. Remember those wristbands? What they do is, for everyone out there, is they get a big time athlete who's very well known, pay him a shitload of money to wear it and push it via social media. So everyone out there thinks because this guy who's at the top of the sport who wears their apparel, their equipment, whatever it is, their wristband or altitude mask, they think that they wear it, so that means they wear it because if the pro athlete wears it, that makes it the best and they should do it for themselves. This is completely fucking wrong. It is not right and it is wrong, and there is a reason for it. It's because it's gimmicky bullshit. And for some reason, when athletes always do this crap, and it's unjust, but who am I to say it's unjust? Because at the end of the day, they're going to get paid a shitload of money, and upwards of, you'd say 200, 100 grand, whatever it is, they're getting paid paid a lot of money to do really nothing at all. Let's bring it back down to your question about oxygen masks. These are not going to simulate altitude, okay? All these masks do is decrease the amount of oxygen that you can breathe in. Now, this is wrong because it's going to change your breathing patterns, number one. That's the first thing. But number two, it is fucking dangerous. And I'm going to give you two reasons exactly why, and I'm going to show you how stupid they are. And this is, you can either pay $80 for these oxygen masks that don't actually replicate any altitude whatsoever, just decrease the amount of oxygen you can breathe in. I'm going to give you two examples, and they're free. First one I'm going to show you, which is very, very dangerous. So, Alex, very, very dangerous. This is what I'm going to show you. So, I'm going to show you how stupid this is for everyone out there. And I want everyone out there to share this video because how stupid these fucking oxygen masks is. And this is how much I hate these stupid sports science. They classify it sports science, so it must be cutting edge. No, it's not cutting edge. It's fucking stupid. And I'm going to show you how you can use this and how stupid it looks, and then everyone will go, well, I'm not going to buy one now. So, first thing, this is very dangerous, and I would not be doing this, but I'm just going to show you for the sake of science, right? Now, I'm going to put a few holes in this, so I just don't really... Here we go. Just a few holes in this bag. On the other side as well. So this is Christian Woodford's oxygen mask, altitude. So we're going to train altitude, right? So this is the first thing you do, right? You stand up and you start running. This is going to mimic because it's going to stop the amount of oxygen flow to me. So I guess if I did this and I ran around the pitch, I'd look like an absolute idiot, but I'm simulating the training mask. Whew. That's the first thing, number one. Number two, which is the more safer option, get a straw.
I wish you kept that thing on.
I think so too. The second thing is a straw. Get a straw and run it around like this. That's decreasing the amount of oxygen you can breathe in as well. There are two simple options you can use instead of that stupid altitude mask that doesn't replicate low oxygenated conditions whatsoever. All it does is decrease the amount of oxygen you can breathe in as an athlete and change your breathing patterns, which is even worse. Even worse. This is not sports science. This is gimmicky bullshit that the industry strives itself on. And this is the reason why the industry is so low and the standard is not, like there's no science whatsoever in this industry. It's just so bullshit. It's like who can reinvent the wheel? Who can reinvent the wheel to make bullshit sell and make the most amount of money? Okay, most of these guys have no understanding of the science or fundamentals of how to get an athlete better, but they want to sell bullshit. Most of these athletes can't get 99% of the fundamentals right, but they want to bring in training masks. They want to use these stupid fucking bands that have plastic and this hologram that's going to help you make stronger. It's a fucking lie to make money. And it's the reason why the industry is looked down upon in Australia, especially because of that crap. And it's all to make the dollar buck. And quite frankly, it's I hate about the industry. And I do love this industry, but I hate the bullshit that they sell with oxygen mask. It's not an oxygen mask. It's not an altitude mask whatsoever. People buy into it. I hate the fact that they can sell this stupid band to a young kid and a 13-year-old kid can buy it and charge 50, 60 bucks for something that's worth 30 cents. And they make money off it. And they're going to convince this kid that, hey, kid, you don't need to work hard. You can just wear this mask or this band and you're going to get better performance, which is a fucking lie. And it's bullshit. And it's what fucking kills this industry. So people who are selling this crap like the altitude mask, fuck you. Fuck you for screwing up this industry because it's not right. It's not right for the kid who sees it, who's 13, 14, who wants to play AFL football and sees one of his heroes run around in it and then gets his parents to buy it for $85 fucking dollars. It's bullshit and it's a lie. And the most important thing that I want to do to bring this video out to light was to say that all these companies who sell this crap, we've known for 100 years what works, and that's the fundamentals of training, applying fundamental sports science principles into a practical sense. It's fucking hard work, it's not gimmicky, but I promise you it works over the long course of time. All this crap is bullshit and it's unfair on the industry. And I hope that people after this video can see how stupid these oxygen masks are, those fucking wristbands are, anything to do with fucking gimmicky sports science, because it's not sports science at all, it's bullshit.
I think going back to the original question,
I'll just cook one then.
Getting away from your rant. With the patellar tendinopathy, I'd actually be questioning the diagnosis of the treatment first of all, with all due respect. Deloading the patellar tendon completely isn't necessarily what I would actually recommend. Minimising the compressive loading on it, which would obviously for a patellar tendon be the knee flexion, that's what I'd be trying to minimise. But a slow gradual return to sport or return to play, whatever you're actually performing, probably needs to incorporate some slow eccentric loading, some isometrics, some basic motor patterning work to reload the tendon in a safe and effective way. But from a cardio point of view, that's probably a hard question to ask depending on what sort of goal you want out of your cardio. I'm not anti-cardio as Christian is, it just sort of depends what purpose you want. If you're looking for a cardio exercise to improve your lung capacity, something like weighted underwater walking, which I wouldn't recommend for a novice athlete, but say carrying some heavy kettlebells and walking in the water. A lot of big wave surfers do that for improved lung capacity, which is a byproduct of cardiovascular training. If you're looking for cardiovascular training for body composition purposes, I've just been looking at your energy expenditures in versus out, in which case it doesn't really matter what you do. If you look at cardiovascular training for a body composition point of view,
I think he's talking
battle ropes, sledgehammers, like a lot of what we call GPP and resistant conditioning might be the way to go.
He can only use a bike right now, though.
He's been told he can only use.
No, but he's been told he's been told he can use it, and the bike is a terrible mode to use,
Yeah.
especially for that.
Yeah,
it's shocking.
And that does put compressive loading through the patellar tendon.
Patellar tendon, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't be actually advocating that in my opinion. But with all due respect to the person who's diagnosed it, there may be something that I don't know about that. But again, there's two things you could be looking at with cardiovascular training. Whether looking at acute adaptations or chronic adaptations or just body composition, I really need to know that to give you the best possible answer for that.
Save yourself $85 or $110. Don't get that stupid mask, and just if you're gonna do it, maybe use the straw or the bag. It's a cheaper option. But it does exactly the same thing. The bag, the straw does the same thing as the mask. A lot of shit, really.
And what people fail to realise with the altitude stuff is it's not the lack of oxygen altitude, it's the pressure differential that actually causes the inability to breathe, so it doesn't actually stimulate. It doesn't actually stimulate that effectively. But anyway, moving on. We don't need any more.
Bottom line.
Alex, next question.
Wait. Bottom line. Alex, do this. Altitude masks, bullshit. Can you do that? Altitude masks, bullshit.
But don't put the bullshit under my face. Put it under. Maybe go here and.
Here and here. They're just a load of crap. Don't buy it. Wait. It annoys me because, and I just want to quickly just one more thing. I just want to say the reason why I get so fired up and passionate about it is because I understand the science, I understand how hard training works, I understand how competent coaches work, and the people who sell this shit have no background in it and they just want to make a quick buck. That's what annoys the fuck out of me with that shit. That's it. And I love what I do, and because a company is pushing applied sports science in Australia and I want to raise the standard, that's one of the bullshits. I want to break that myth, and I've broken it right there. Third question. Thank you.